vô tượng. Sign here means the appearance. And many of us are fooled by the appearance of things. When the cloud, when your favorite cloud is no longer there on the sky, you are sad. By the way, you have to remember that 70% of our body is made of cloud. The clouds are inside and not just on the sky. And every day you continue to drink clouds. When a cloud is no longer seen in the sky, you think that the cloud is not there. And you think that your cloud now belongs to the realm of non-being. Yesterday it belonged to the realm of being, but today it belongs to the realm of non-being. That's wrong perception. You think your cloud has died. But the other day we have said that it's impossible for a cloud to die. Because to die means from something to become absolutely nothing. A cloud cannot become nothing. A cloud can become the rain, the snow, the ice. So if you are caught by the appearance of cloud, you are not capable of seeing your cloud in its continuation. You have to see your cloud in the rain. Hello, my cloud. I see you in your new form, the rain. And that you are free from sign. And when you drink your tea, and you see your cloud inside. Hello, my cloud, now I see you in the form of tea. So you are free from the appearance, so that's signlessness. So the person you used to be with, she is no longer there. And you grieve for her loss. You are despair because the person you love is no longer there. And you believe that she has come, she has passed into the realm of non-being. She is no longer there. She has died. But that's not true. It's impossible for a cloud to die. It's impossible for you to die. And your beloved to die. If you have the eyes of signlessness, you can see your beloved one in her new form. You can see the cloud in the rain. And the rain is calling you, darling, darling, I'm here, don't you see me? You don't see her in the rain. You don't see the cloud in the rain because you are caught by appearance. You do not have the eyes of signlessness. So when you see a block of ice, you can see your cloud. When you see the snow falling, you see your cloud. Nothing can die. And that is why with the eyes of signlessness, with the concentration of signlessness, you are free from the notion of being and non-being, birth and death. And you don't suffer anymore. Even from your own death, because you cannot die. we have to learn how to let go of our notions, including the notion of being and non-being, birth and death. We believe that now is life. Death will be for later on. In 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. But the fact is not that. Death is happening right now and right here. In this very present moment, many cells in our body are dying. Thousands and thousands of them are dying. Death is happening right here and right now, and you don't know. You think that death will be much later on. And death is very crucial for birth. Cells have to die in order for other cells to be born. Thousands and thousands of cells are being born in this very moment, and birth and death, they like to be together, like the right and the left. If you think that today is only birth and death will be 100 years later, you are wrong. Birth and death, they happen at the same time. Many thousands of cells are dying in this very moment. And we are so busy, we have no time to organize their funerals. And many of the new cells are born. We have no time to celebrate their birthday. So where there is birth, there is death. And death is not destructive. Death allows birth to be possible. It's like the left and the right. Without the left, the right cannot be. And you have to learn to look at reality in that way. The birth of something is always the death of something is always the birth of something. The death of a cloud is the birth of the rain. If the cloud does not die, how can the rain be born? But that is when we talk about birth and death. In reality, there's no birth and no death. So two layers of truth. On the conventional level, we see conventional truth. We see on the level of the conventional truth, we see there is birth and death. The cloud dies in order for the rain to be born, and the rain to have to die in order for the tea to be born. But that's not dying, that's transformation. You always continue. And that is why we have to train ourselves to look with the eyes of sightlessness. And you'll be free from all kinds of anguish, fear, despair. And scientists have found out that matter and energy, their nature is also the nature of no birth and no death. If you are still looking for the beginning of the cosmos, if you still believe in the Big Bang as the beginning of the cosmos, you are still caught in the notion of birth and death. If you believe in the Big Bang, and then you have to believe in the Big Crunch later on. And if scientists, they still put the question of the birth and the death of cosmos, they violate the first law of thermodynamics. There is no birth, there is no death. There is only a continuation. So with that kind of looking deeply, we touch the nature of no birth and no death. And we throw away these notions of birth and death, coming and going, and you are free. There is no longer any fear, any anger, any despair. That is the second door of liberation. It's not philosophy, it's a practice. Mindfulness, concentration, bring insight. And when you get the insight of emptiness and signlessness, you are free. The last exercise of mindful breathing proposed by the Buddha is letting go of notions, including the notion of birth and death, being and non-being, coming and going. When you come to a practice center, you learn many kinds of practice that can bring you relief from fear, anger, distress. But the greatest relief you can get is only when you touch your nature of no birth and no death, no being and no non-being. And if we do not have the time to meditate, to contemplate, to touch, to practice the concentration of emptiness and signlessness, we cannot touch our true nature of no birth and no death. Let us imagine a wave appearing on the surface of the ocean. And the wave may be caught in ideas of beginning, ending, birth and death, coming up, coming down, being there, not being there. And she will suffer a lot because of these notions. But if the wave come home to herself and touch her true nature, which is water, and then she loses all kinds of notions. It's nice to begin, it's nice to end. It's nice to come up, it's nice to go down. She can live the life of a wave, but she can also live the life of water. And the moment when she touches her true nature, water, she loses all kinds of fear. The fear of beginning, the fear of ending, the fear of being going up, the fear of going down, the fear of being or not being. And the water does not have to go and search, the wave does not have to go to search for water. She is water right here and right now. And that is true with us. We don't have to go and search for nirvana. We don't have to go and search for our nature of no birth and no death. We are well established in it. Our true nature is nature of no birth and no death. And that kind of awakening, realization, will help us release all kind of fear and discrimination. And true joy of living will be possible.